Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. This is our Q&A segment of our program, and I want to welcome you all today. Again, this is an open Q&A, so you can ask your questions or share your concerns. I want to say thank you very much for the message I got the other day from somebody who received a message from her unborn child that had decided not to come into this physical dimension because there was not quite enough love in the environment at this time yet. It's a funny thing, that everybody in this physical planet, every one of us, okay, we come into this world in response to a call for love. I'm just trying to figure out why. There we go. There we go. So I just had to fix one stream. So we're going to take our time this morning. There's no hurry. It's beautiful. Brand new day. You know that every day is brand new. You hear those words, but really understanding and appreciating the meaning of that concept. That so many of us are bound by living in our past. I keep being told this over and over again. Get out of the past, get into the present. The here and the now is the divine place to live. And you've heard, in Christian mythology where they say the kingdom of God is here and now. Master Jesus says it all the time. The kingdom of God is here and now. We're going to just take our time here, wait for people to come on, ask questions. So this is your Q&A day. Every Friday, we do open Q&A, so you can ask a question and get an answer. I'll do the best I can. For those of you that are on YouTube, you can use the super chat feature if you're concerned about a question you want to get answered. It's a must answer question. You can use the super chat feature to get my attention that way. Anybody writing a question, just before you write your question, put the word question, so I know that there's a question that's going to follow that word. I've conditioned my brain that when it sees the word question, that's a question being asked by somebody. So I wouldn't mind you do that. I got a couple of announcements to make today too. So my Patreons, our live event will be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We do a monthly Patreons only live event. That's tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll be receiving all the details in your email today. And I want to thank you guys for your support. And it's going to be Archangel Michael and Master Jesus on recognizing and avoiding demonic forces. Recognizing and avoiding demonic forces. So I hope you'll join us, patrons, tomorrow night for that event. It's going to be, for those of you who want to know more about that, you can go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. And if you want, you can sign up and become a patron for that weekly live event. Patrons have benefits also of being able to get a question answered once, a free question once a month. They get entered into a monthly draw for a free reading with me, a free 1-hour reading with me. And that's always very exciting. Readings are pretty amazing ways to get intense information that you can't get from other sources. Hi, Adam. How you doing? Good morning. Hello, Shining Light Discovery. Yes, I think we got a few suspicious observers here today too. That's wonderful. So questions. Yeah, I was really happy to hear from that young lady that the message she received from her unborn child was the message that she knew it was her. It was really beautiful. That happens quite a lot when people get information from people who are on a non-physical dimension of consciousness. I've been taught to say and repeat over and over again that there is no such thing as death. There's a transmutation, a movement of consciousness from a physical plane of existence to a non-physical plane of existence. And so when a person loses their body, they simply just don't have a mechanism to broadcast their consciousness to this dimension from. But there are frequencies of consciousness that they still exist on. And you can easily access them if you can train your internal faculties to hear, to see, to feel, to know. Not from a 5 sensory perspective, like sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. No, the inner eyes, the inner hearing, the inner knowing, the inner feeling that we are all born with. All my guides and angels tell me this repeatedly. Every human being is born with more than 5 physical senses. You have these extrasensory senses that give you the opportunity to connect to other dimensions of consciousness and information. And a lot of people don't realize that. They get so caught up. They say people get so distracted by the 5 senses that they never get a chance to train or develop their internal senses of clairvoyance and clairaudience, clairsentience and claircognizance. And to that end, they created a program through us. They call them Masterclasses now, where we go through a gradual process of teaching people how to reactivate their inner sight, their inner hearing, their inner knowing, their inner feeling, so that those internal senses can open up a whole other realm of information and knowledge and wisdom and education for you that you cannot get from this physical world. In fact, they tell me that most of what we get new ideas and innovations in this physical world don't come from the physical world. They come from other realms of consciousness and dimension. Oh, excuse me, my light just said I wanted to shut off for a second. That's always exciting. Always nice to have a different dimension of consciousness come in, isn't it? There we go. Thank you. So there's an accent point right there. So there are these other realms of consciousness that you can learn to access, that those require those internal senses. Many religious and philosophical and psychological and many different groups and organizations loan themselves to terrifying people of these other senses, of your ability to communicate with God, your ability to communicate with the angels, your ability to communicate with Jesus or Archangel Michael or Buddha. That is something that you can do. This is a real thing that exists. We did not come here to struggle. Every new idea that comes into this world comes from another realm of consciousness. Where do you think the inspiration for a light bulb came from? Where do you think the inspiration for flying came from? Where do you think the inspiration for quantum mechanics and these new discoveries of energy, where do you think those things came from? Where did the idea of how to create an electrical turbine originate? You know, there's these other dimensions exist, and you really need to explore them. And again, I've been really honored these last 4 years to be consciously and actively receiving guidance from ascended masters, multidimensional beings, and my guardian angel, and many others, and privileged to be able to share the information they have given me to everybody here. That's my purpose here, is to help as many people as I can gain the knowledge and information that they need to liberate themselves from suffering. Yeah, I know. I was just told to say this, that there's a statement that you were born in sin. I'm keep being told to tell people, you were not born in sin. You were made in the image and likeness of a divine entity called God. You can call it whatever you want, Great Spirit. You were made in its image and likeness. Okay. And many religious philosophies have told you to say or believe that you were somehow born in this darkness called sin that makes you somehow wrong. And I want to say to you now, this concept of original sin is a lie that has been perpetuated by organizations that would have you worship suffering. Seriously, take a look at it. You walk into most religious buildings and you see the representative of that religion nailed to a cross, suffering, and they tell you to worship suffering. Master Jesus tells me repeatedly, he did not come here to teach people to worship suffering. He came here to teach people to worship love and its expression and its cultivation towards ourselves and towards other people. He did not come here to have people mourn and suffer. He did not come here to teach that. That was something that came after he was murdered. Please understand, he was murdered. He was not crucified. He was murdered. Doesn't matter what name you give it, he was murdered by people that did not have an interest in the truth and people knowing the truth and how to create for themselves, how to be able to imagine and manifest independent of authority figures, right? That's why Master Jesus always says, you are as I am when you come to understand who you are, right? You are as I am when you come to understand who it is you are. It's a very beautiful and profound and simple thing. Well, let's get into some questions here. Got some popping up here. Hey, good morning, Silver King. Good morning, Carolyn. Question from Shining Light Discovery. What made a patch on my skin rise higher than any natural goosebumps, and why? I have more of these patches and sense they are not negative. Thank you. It's funny. All I'm getting. Um, this is a metaphorical shedding of your skin. I'm being told to tell you, this is a metaphorical shedding of your skin. There are old elements to your life that you are in the process of letting go. Do not hesitate any longer. Let them go. Let those old elements go. What, yeah. So those elements are partially emotional, but also partially material. There's things that you have formed a strong emotional attachment to that you need to release, and you've been thinking about. They're telling me you've been thinking about for this for a while, but you have not made a decision because of your sentimentality. But it's time to shed the old skin. Let the old be shed. That's the only way that they can communicate that message to you. Shed your old skin. Well, this is another way, of course, going through another medium. Mediumship is a natural phenomena. You know, being a medium is something that everybody has the possibility of cultivating and developing when you find a system for developing how to open those internal senses of intuition, and which is again a form of clairvoyance, and clairsentience and claircognizance, right? That's really what intuition is. It's several of the different clairs functioning simultaneously. Thank you for that question, Shining Light Discovery. Good morning, TikTok, with you guys too. Hi, Alona. Hi, Country Life. Hello, Jade. Hi, what does 2023 bring? They're telling me to tell you it can bring your highest feelings, whether they are negative or positive. 2023 will bring these to you. Make your feelings of good spirit. Make your feelings of happiness, of love, and watch as they unfold around you. For it cannot be denied that what you feel in your heart is revealed in your world. For all of you, what you feel emotionally in your mind and heart is in your world. If you change what is emotionally in your mind and heart, you will change what is in your world. Wow, I like that. That's really cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. Great question. Yeah, we're just gonna go along here. Hi, Melody. Good to see you. Hey, Lauren and Bob Yumila. Good to see you. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Lyra. Any chance you feel what's wrong with my body? Is it just depression? Depression is the effect. Depression is the effect. There's something, again, the feeling of depression. Okay. Yes. There's this male coming forward and he wants me to tell you to stop being harsh towards yourself. He's saying he taught you this. He taught you to judge yourself. He's apologizing that he taught you to judge yourself negatively. He's saying to tell her to embrace her feelings from her love. Do not embrace your feelings from your judgment. Yes. He says he loves you very much. And again, I don't know who this is, but he's very tall, very dark hair, almost black eyes, like dark brown eyes. Yeah, like puppy dog eyes. Yeah, more like that. Yeah, I see that. Anyway, like yeah, we get so reactionary to emotions, right? They keep telling me that emotions are just energy. They can't be created. They cannot be destroyed. They can only be changed from one state to another. And yeah, meet your feelings of depression with your feeling of love. But when I scan into your body, yes, when you alleviate, yes, sorry, you got a whole bunch of different things coming in all at once. emotion, especially negative emotions, when held in the body for protracted periods of time, will cause degradation in your body. Hear that again. When you hold negative emotions in your body for a long enough time, they'll cause degradation. You need to learn how to transform and transmute emotional energy from one state to another. We have a whole program that teaches you how to do that, and it's amazing the type of healing and upliftment and growth that happens to people when they learn how to take their old emotions and transform them from one state to another. That's taught extensively in our 102 Masterclass. If you want to know more about that, you can go over to my website. But that's that feeling, that sad feeling, you need to really meet that feeling with your love, not your judgment. As he said, meet it with your love, not your judgment. And any of you that are listening right now, I mean, this was something that was taught when this was taught to me a few years ago. It really changed a lot for me personally. And I've gone through decades of unnecessary suffering because I did not understand the simple things that you're hearing right now, that you can literally identify an emotion in your body that doesn't feel good, like sadness or anger or fear, and you can come to that feeling and bring your love to it and say, I'm with you, I will honor you, I will take care of you, even if I don't understand you. There are ways you can communicate with your emotional energy that will transform it. There are ways you can learn to communicate with your emotions and learn to transform them. Yeah, I'm just got my guardian angel John is stepping in and just saying it's really important you understand that many of you have been conditioned to believe that in order to alleviate your suffering, you must use something outside of yourself to do so, a drug or a pill or a substance or something that will take your suffering away from your awareness. But I would say to you that it is not the right way to do this. When you experience your emotional suffering, approach it from your love. Let your love be the transformative mechanism of your conscious living. Let the vibration of your love, which is your true nature, be the function that allows you to transform all emotions that do not serve you. And it's yeah, so if you're still listening right now about that, Mandy, turn your attention to the part of the body where you feel your depression and just say to that part that's depressed, I'm with you, I love you, I will not abandon you. Just communicate that thought to that part that feels that way in the body. I'm with you, I love you, I will not abandon you. And then share with us in the comment section what you experience when you do that. Just share that so other people get to know what that feels like from your perspective, right? Because each of you will have your own emotions, both negative and positive, but you as awareness, you as a soul are able to become an architect, a transformer over energy. It's really powerful and simple. Hi there. Yeah, I'm looking. Somebody saying here, Angela's saying, I'm looking forward to bringing out of the to being out of the trauma and returning to love. See, trauma, emotional trauma, and I went through a lot of emotional trauma as a young child. And in fact, it was my guardian angel John who saved my life when I was going to jump off a bridge, 43 years ago, and he spoke to me and he told me what to do, and it saved my life. And ever since then, I've been dedicating my life to helping other people. Your suffering is not who you are. Your suffering, your emotions are not who you are. Your emotions are energy that you use creatively or destructively. Every human emotion causes a functional behavior. If you're in depression, it's going to cause behavior in your body. If you're in joy, it's going to cause behavior in your body. But you are not your emotions. You experience them, you feel them, but you can also learn to alter and change them. And bring your love to your anger, bring your love to your fear, bring your compassion and kindness to your depression and sadness. And you'll be blown away at how easily you can begin to learn to change your energy. Change your energy, change your life, right? Thank you so much. Great question. Question from Rue. Hi, Rue. Good to see you back here. Oh, hello, Michael. Good to see you here on YouTube. Wonderful. Hi, Rue. Is there a message for me and where I am at this moment? Thank you all. Tell them not to hesitate. I'm being told to tell you, get rid of any hesitation. Yeah, let that last bit of hesitation go. Let it go. It's like you've been poised, like you're poised in a slingshot. You've been getting yourself put into a position. Let the hesitation go. Do not concern yourself with what will happen. Rather, concern yourself with the clarity of what it is you are creating. Concern yourself with the clarity of what you are creating. Do not concern yourself with what happens from where you are to where you are going. It will all be part of that destination. Yes, yes, yes. Really, let that go. Let that last bit of hesitation go. I like that. Thank you so much, Rube. Great question. Hi, Jacqueline. Good to see you. Hello, Yolanda. Hi there. I'm just going from different things here. So, hi, Laya. How you doing? I'm very intuitive, so I know exactly the senses you're talking about. Yeah, clairvoyance. There's so many empathic people. I mean, everybody is empathic, okay? Everybody's empathic. And there are, whether you want to accept it or not, there are dark forces on this planet. There are dark, demonic forces on this planet who benefit from the energies of fear and suffering. They utilize it. And you've seen movies like Monster Inc., those children's shows where they cultivate the fear and the anger from children. Well, they don't do it from just children. They do it from adults. They do it by utilizing your TV sets and the news broadcast to stimulate these fearful negative energies in you that they feed off of, literally. And when you align yourself to a frequency of love and you stay in that, not only will you be not interested in watching any of that stuff that's based in fear and doubt and guilt and shame and uncertainty, not only will you lose interest in that, but your energy, your body will begin to thrive. A lot of the emotions that people are being kept in, and there are people being kept in by TV shows and TV series and The Walking Dead and The Walking This and all of these things that are designed to keep you in a lower vibrational energy. They're designed to keep you in a lower vibrational energy so that you can't think or create for yourself. And you did not come here to suffer. You came here to create. You came here to express your highest possibility of yourself, right? I'm so grateful that you recognize that, because everybody is born in love. Doesn't matter what circumstances your body was born under, the essence of your birth was a function of love. Birth, the function of making a child, is a function of love, of creating and bringing forth another manifestation of love into this world, right? Isn't that amazing that we get to have that ability and opportunity to bring love forth into this world as another being, but also through ourselves? I hope you guys figure that one out for yourselves. Question. So I'm being asked from San Didi. Question. Who murdered my cousin? How did he pass away? We never knew what happened. Yeah, I can feel a lot of the sadness and the anger that's there. And he's actually quite angry that this happened. But it's funny, you say murdered, but I'm not picking him up as being on the other side at all. Like I'm not. I get that I don't get that he's not in his physical body. He's still in his physical body. That's what I'm getting. It's possible that he's reincarnated already, but that one that you call your cousin, as to the yes, this might be difficult to understand, but his anger and his fear resulted in his death, as you understand it. But I'm not picking up. That's the words I'm being told to tell you. His anger and his fear resulted in his death. But again, this is a very different message. Again, I'm not getting that he's not in his body. I feel that he's still in his physical expression. And I'm not feeling that there's that there is or was any conspiracy towards him, other than he was against himself with his fear and his anger. These things work against him. these things work against him and had worked against him for quite some time. Wow. Well, if you want to know more detail, there's more detail there, but if you want to know more, you might want to, you might want to consider booking a reading. Somebody's asking, what is the outcome of our relationship between me and Jesse? Yes. They're telling me to. Again, this is your guardian. She's been with you for long. She's your guardian angel. It's like this fairy-like being, and she's saying to tell you that it is important that you both be equally involved in love. It must be a conscious choice that you both hold. You have already decided this. Do not let your uncertainties enter the equation, but be very mindful that he likewise will live in love, that his focus is love as equal to your own. Yes. She's saying that you've been disappointed before, and it's important you understand. Yes, she's saying the only way to avoid the disappointment is to recognize that love is something that you must live from. Yeah. She says there is a chance that this will really work out really well, but it requires both of you in your expression of love with each other always. Yes. And I'm being told to tell you he's got to slow down his extracurricular activities. I'm being told to tell him that he needs to slow down some of his extracurricular activities and focus on his passion, the thing that he loves to do. He needs to really center and zone his attention in on what he really loves to do, because that's going to move him forward in his life much faster than these other things that are distracting him from the thing that he loves to do. Wow, that's cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yolanda is asking, hi, Yolanda is asking, any guidance for me, please? I don't know, I'm getting somebody's showing me pictures of a party hat and a party horn and like celebrating. There's a big party going on. Like, they're telling me to tell you to like really start celebrating your life, to celebrate it. Like it's truly a gift to you, is it not? That your life is truly a gift to you. Celebrate it. Like literally the party hats, the whole thing going on, the whistles, like they really want you to celebrate. Yeah, like you're literally at a birthday every moment. They're saying this will push you through this envelope, this wall that you've been stuck on. But they play the active celebration for your life, right? Yeah. Marigold, hi, Marigold is asking, I have never felt connected to my family. Is that because of abuse, or is it because they are not a part of my soul family? You know, I've been told something very interesting that kind of blew my mind, but it's really important. For me, anyway, I learned that family is determined by spirit more than it is by biology. If our spirit is common, and we can come from the same family, if our spirits are common, that we live predominantly in love and compassion, respect and kindness, that spirit of love and respect and kindness, those determine what your family and who your family is. So I've always said, spirit is what determines our family more than our biology, right? Spirit of love is very powerful. Thank you so much for that, Marigold. All right. So Jade's asking on TikTok, any messages coming through for us today? It's funny you asked that question. These next 6 to 7 days, there are going to be energies coming into this planet that you need to be prepared to receive in the vibration of love. There is a vibration of love that you are very familiar with. Each of you knows this vibration of love. Rest in this vibration as frequently as you can. Be in it. Let that be the matrix that allows the energies coming into this planet. Let that be the matrix through which these energies will enter into your life creatively. And this has been something coming up a lot lately. This process of ascension. And science is calling it increased radiation, cosmic rays, all this stuff that's coming. They give it the names they want to give, but these are energies that is an energy that's from source coming into the planet. And the energy can only be used in one of two ways: for love or fear, for good or bad. And it's going to amplify the dominant emotional state that you choose to live in. And it's going to affect the dominant mental state that you live in. So learn to align yourself to love as best you can, especially during these next 6 or 7 days. And be in that energy, because many of you are going to feel tingling sensations, amplified sensations around your body, more electrical energy around the body. And that's normal and healthy. And it's just energy. It can't be created or destroyed, but it can be changed and utilized in a different way. If you're predominantly in a state of fear, it's going to amplify your fear. If you're in a state of depression, it's going to amplify your depression. And most people don't understand that they're not their emotions. A lot of people think they are their depression or they are their anxiety. You are not your emotions. Your emotions are creative energy that you have at your disposal to create your life with. So really get yourself aligned to the vibration of love and breathe that vibration in your body. Really let your whole awareness cultivate that feeling so that these energies incoming to the planet will elevate you up. They'll take you higher, because if you don't, they'll take you down as much as they'll take you up. This energy is non-judgmental. It's like water. It says, drink me, right? So learn to receive these energies that are coming in through love, right? Develop a vibration of love, of excitement, of playfulness, curiosity, of compassion and kindness. Let those be the lens through which these energies enter into your life. Let that be the lens that these energies enter into your life. Oh, somebody's saying hi, Uncle Bill. Hi, Sammy. How you doing, hon? Good to see you. Yeah, there's some people that still remember me by my old identity. Hi, Sammy. Good to see you. Wonderful. Hi, Michelle. Hi, country girl. Here we go. Here, Sophie saying, finally good to hear you live. Bless you for your wonderful and important message. Happy New Year. Thank you, Fee. And happy New Year too, you wonderful little manifester, you. Yeah, you've done a lot of changes in your world in the last year and a half. Fun to watch. Oh yes, also, let's see, we got question from Lauren. Does my grandma Moo have a message for me? I don't know why, but she's saying she's showing me knitting needles. She's showing me knitting needles that she's saying, tell her to go within, I don't know if you do knitting or anything, Lauren, or if she did that with you, but she's showing me knitting needles and saying, use this to settle everything, to go within, to bring the connection back. Yes, like she can reach you through that function. Even if you go, yeah, okay. So if you can go buy knitting needles and yarn and just hold them with you and let her come through to you through that medium, through those mechanisms, because they're easy. So there's a science that people leave the vibration of part of their energy in things that they've touched and held and worn, and there's some truth to that, right? Remember, you need a physical body to communicate in physical words. You need a physical body to make gestures and to create in this dimension. If you don't have a physical body, then you don't have a mechanism through which you can do that. But if you've had things that you've got, that people that really cherished or loved, they can communicate or put a simple feeling or sensation through those objects to communicate with you. I think that's why she's saying get the knitting needles and the yarn and like really sit, go within and commune with her. But she's really happy for you. She's saying, yeah, yeah. Go for a walk in the park today. Go for a walk in the park today. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Thank you. Good morning. Hi there. Hi, guys. Oh, yes. Bree Britt's asking, any messages from my great grandmother on my father's side? She was 103. Just this dancing. She's like, woo. It's like she was really excited and happy to be where she was at that moment. When she left her body, great excitement. Yes. Understand, she's preparing to reincarnate. When you leave your body, depending upon the circumstances and situation of your mind and your consciousness, the way you are as an awareness, what you have cultivated in terms of knowledge, wisdom, and experience as an awareness, you take that vibration with you, the feeling, the sensation of who you become. And that feeling, sensation of who you become sets the stage for what you will resonate with. In other words, what you will reincarnate vibrationally with. So make certain that you're going to leave this physical dimension. You leave in a vibration of love and joy, so that you'll resonate on that frequency, right? And you'll likely be brought back in on that frequency. And even if you leave in vibrations of anger or fear or despair, you'll still be able to learn and evolve and grow. It's just going to be a little different than it is when you're learning from love. Learning from fear is a little more difficult and challenging than learning from love. And fear is false evidence appearing real. Anyway, fear is not real. Hi, good to see you guys. Just scrolling down here. Lots of questions today, guys. A question from Luke. Today is my birthday. Do the Ascended Masters have any messages for me? Thank you so much for what you do. Much love. Thank you, Luke. I'm being told to tell you to spend a few moments in the sacred lotus. You know, that delicious place that makes you smile when we are with you and makes us smile when you are with us. Sit in that sacred lotus. Be there with us. Let that blossom for the rest of this day. Let the light of the lotus come through you for the rest of this day. This is a really beautiful, there's 15 of them. I'm seeing Master Jesus, Archangel Michael, Master Saint Germain, Sanat Kumar. I'm seeing many others in a circle, and there's this giant bright white lotus, and there's this rainbow light all around it, but there's surrounding this lotus. And this is a lotus where it's a state of being. It's the light of being that allows you to perceive the higher vibrational nuances of wisdom, love, knowledge, and compassion at their highest form. And they want you to really sit in that. And happy birthday to you, Luke. And thank you so much, guys, for that. Really appreciate it. Appreciate that so much. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Yeah, I will. I'm getting requests for people on TikTok to join me in this live, and I'll tell you what. I'm going to sit and meditate with that and see if we can do that, because I think we can do that both through TikTok and through StreamYard. We might be able to do that. So I'll look at that, bringing people on live. That'd be really fun. It's always exciting. When I do readings with people, I mean, the stuff that happens in readings is just mind-boggling. People come and they in a reading, you bring at least 10 questions to a reading. They last from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on which one you choose. We got a half hour and we got a 1 hour reading. And 90% of the time, those 10 questions are answered within the first few minutes. And the information is simply wonderful for that individual. It's unique and distinct for everybody. All the readings that I do are recorded so that when a reading is finished, you get to download the recording of your reading right away so that you can review the information, because there's just so much that will come through for a person that you can't assimilate it just by being in it. It's an amazing thing, but you might want to consider getting a reading too. Thank you for that question, Luke. Bogiamilla question. My mother Helena is 97 years old now. She has COVID. Any thoughts on her health? Hang on. I just got to clear this out. Hang on. I'm tuning into her, so I'm feeling that in the throat. If you can get her, again, this is what's coming through. This is her higher self saying, small amounts, like 10 drops of apple cider vinegar in water, clean water, not tap water, clean water, like distilled or fresh spring, but like 8 to 10 drops of apple cider vinegar, and just let her lightly sip that and be in her presence with your love's delight. Be in her presence with your love, not your fear. People don't realize the energy of love and what it does. And people don't recognize that when a body is coming to a place where the soul is going to leave, it's not a time to be concerned or sad. It's time to rejoice, because that soul has an opportunity to learn and reevaluate and evolve. You're not your body. Your body's just an instrument that you use to experience this function of creation in this physical dimension. It's not who you are. Your body's not who you are. The body is not the person. The personality functions through the body, but the body is not the person. It's the vehicle through which the personality expresses. Right? Wow, very. Yeah, thank you, Fee, for wishing Luke a birthday. Happy birthday too. Yeah, let's go down here a little further. May I ask how my aunt, this is on TikTok, may I ask how my aunt died? How my aunt died, Elena, or anyone for, yeah. Yeah, again, I tune into her. It was, yeah. I'm being shown a wall. I'm not to say anything about this. This wall's just come up. I'm not to say anything about this at this time. They're telling me that there are others that would be affected by this. That this is not. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. Brooklyn, do I have any messages for me? My grandmother recently passed, hoping to connect. Yeah, on your back right side, your grandmother's with you on your back right side. Like, take a deep breath, relax your body, and feel her presence with you. Feel her energy with you. She's just slightly on your back right side. She's putting her left hand on your right shoulder, right? She wants to come closer to you, but you need to give her permission to come close. Yes, a lot of people understand that people do not see these other realms of consciousness and can often be afraid. Like if Master Jesus, he says this is, if I were to appear and physically manifest myself in front of people, 99.99% of the people, he said, would freak out. It would terrify them. That's why they don't often make appearances physically, although I've experienced them physically appearing in front of me. 99.9% of the people will go into a state of shock and fear, even if even if they've been praying from them. That's why angels will come along and help rescue people out of difficult situations, but you don't see them, right? But you know they're there. Yeah, feel her, like really feel her, Brooklyn. Yeah, and you can, like, I watched a beautiful event where a woman's during a reading where a woman's partner came into the reading. She asked him to come forth. He came forth, and literally, I watched as these two, like, literally entwined, and my eyes were almost tearing away because I was watching these two remembering their love, both of them, the physical self and the non-physical self, the consciousness uniting like that. We are not defined by matter. We're defined by spirit, by consciousness. Your body is an instrument that follows your direction. It's not who you are. Your body's not who you are. It's the vehicle you're using while you're in this dimension. And it's the only way you can be in this dimension, by having a physical vehicle. Well, that's not entirely true, because guardian angels can manifest themselves. Ascended masters can manifest themselves, right? Other deities can manifest themselves as well. I'm open to receiving a message, as I have just lost two special friends and a grandmother 2 years ago. First of all, we're not lost. Please understand, we are not lost. We are just not seen as you remember us. But you can see us by your feeling. You can see us with your feelings. Yes. Like, yes. A lot of people, we think we want to physically see them again. No, they're not physical. They are energy now. They are non-physical, and you can connect to them right now. Like, yes, yeah. They're telling me they're touching you on both sides of you right now. You can feel their energy in your arms right now. Just let yourself feel their presence. It's the energy you're connecting to, right? And many religious philosophies talk to you about being terrified and afraid of these other dimensions of consciousness, and that's ridiculous. The only thing you have to fear about other dimensions of consciousness is if you are in fear, or if you're in anger, or if you're in depression. You do not want to connect to other dimensions of consciousness in the vibration of anger. You want to do so in the vibration of joy, of love, of compassion, of excitement, of service. You want to function on those frequencies of energy, because if you are depressed and you're angry and sad and you try to connect, you'll resonate on that frequency. There are low vibrational beings and high vibrational beings, and your emotional energy sets the frequency to which you will tune into these other energies. But I hope you're feeling that. Yeah, please leave a comment on TikTok when you're feeling that energy. It's all up and down your arms right now. They're with you. Understand, they do not cease to exist because they're not in a physical body, any more than the hundreds of signals for different television shows and radio programs going through the air. They're still there. There's just no mechanism tuned into the frequency for us to hear it, but it's there. Same with people when they leave their body. The body was the vehicle, the system through which their signal transmits. When the body ceases to function, the signal's got nothing to transmit through. It doesn't mean the signal is lost. It just doesn't have a medium through connecting. Mediumship is learning to tune into different frequencies of energy so you can connect to different consciousnesses. You can connect to Jesus. You can connect to God. You can connect to the Ascended Masters, the other deities that exist. You can connect to them when you learn to shift your awareness. As equally as you can connect to lower vibrational beings, you can connect to higher vibrational beings. But I recommend the higher vibrational ones. It's much more exciting, and you learn something. Question from Vertical: how do my siblings perceive me today? Yes. I'm being told to ask you, why would you be so concerned about how they would perceive you today? Why would you allow yourself to be disturbed by how another would perceive you? Is it not more important to perceive yourself through the eyes of love? Then how else could anybody else perceive you but through the eyes of love? If thou art in a state of love and grace, then that is all that is needed. Be in your love and be in your grace, and reach out to them from that place. Do not reach out to them from your fear. Reach out to them from your love. Do not delay in this regard. Stay connected to love when you wish to connect to these ones. But do not let your fear define your connection with them, or you will be, well, as you already know, disappointed. But from love, there is no disappointment. There is compassion and understanding from love. There is compassion and understanding from love. Wow. Thank you so much. Yeah, just scrolling down here. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, I also want to make a note for those of you that are interested in pursuing this path of mediumship and learning to open your non-physical senses, clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairaudience. These are senses that would naturally have been developed in the right environment instead of our 5 senses being developed exclusively. But you may be interested in checking out our Masterclass program on my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com. I'll just put a link to the website up on my YouTube channel, WilliamMichaelForbes.com. Again, if you have a question that's really pressing, you can use the super chat feature on YouTube to get a question answered that I may not be getting to. So I'm just scrolling here. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. That question's been answered. Spamming doesn't do any good. Don't be afraid. Don't let FOMO govern your life. Don't let your fear of missing out govern your actions. Do not let your fear of missing out govern your actions. Let your love of what is govern your actions. Do not let your fear govern your actions. Let your love govern your actions. If your fear is the driving force behind your actions, it will create very different results and experiences for you than the vibration of love. Very important. I think we're almost complete today. Someone here on TikTok saying, I am extremely lost. What can I do with my situation? This is Sorling Joel. I'm extremely lost in my situation. What can I do with me and my mom? Or what will happen to us? Wow. Okay, first of all, I'm being told to ask that you be granted a miracle. I'm just being told this. I've never been told this before, but I'm being told to ask to grant you a miracle. And again, I don't know how that works or what is, but I'm just going to speak those words. Whatever miracle is needed in your life right now, let that be granted in divine love and grace in your life. Let that be granted in love and grace. Yes, yes. There's a redheaded, curly-haired young boy who's coming to me right now for you. He's very young, curly, redheaded boy, and he's smiling. And again, I'm not sure what that means, but that's what's coming through for you. And also lift your sight to love, lift your attention to love. But also receive this miracle. It has been granted to you. And please, whatever happens, leave a comment later or post something on my comment section on my YouTube video or on one of my videos, one of my pinned videos on my TikTok channel. You can post any responses or experience that you've had as a result of what you've received today. Thank you. I think we'll take one more question from TikTok and one more from YouTube, and then let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, so many, I see so many of these things. It's literally like, for me, it's like there are so many. You think there's a high population on planet Earth? There are far more people in the non-physical realms than in the physical realms. Like literally trillions of them, trillions of beings on the non-physical realms compared to this physical realm. A lot of people are lined up to get here, right? To experience this dimension of creation. It's a dimension of creation. It's not a dimension of suffering. Don't let what many of the religious philosophies have told you. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to actualize your creative divinity. Remember this. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to learn to actualize your creative divinity. And anybody or any philosophy or any religion that tells you that suffering must be a functional part of your life in order for you to be happy and grow, hogwash. Let love be the focus that causes and directs all of your experiences and actions. You came here to create, and to learn creation. And yeah, you might have physical pain and physical suffering, but that's not the same as who you are as a spiritual entity. The suffering of the body is not to be confused with the statement of the state of your being, which is love. You are love. You are love. So yeah, I've got all these family members and people popping in saying it's okay. Understand, when you leave a physical body, it's literally like walking from one room into another room. Literally, when you leave your body, doesn't matter what age you leave your body, when you leave the body, it's literally like stepping out of a costume and stepping into another role. But it's just not in a physical dimension. It's not quite the same. And when you're, I don't know how many of you ever gone to the fairs and things. You get on a ride and it scares the hell out of you, but you get back off and you go, well, that was fun. You want to jump back on. Life like that can be like that, where you're literally on a ride. But if you understand that this ride in life is about learning the function of creation, that you are a creator, you are a creating individual. Remember that. And that's what you're here to learn. You learn how to create. That's it. Really simple. Thank you so much. And they do love you. They really, really do love you. Somebody's asking, does Margaret have a message for me on TikTok? I don't know why she's saying the roses. She's saying take care of the roses. Take care of that. I'm getting being shown this fence, and like there's got rose bush, like a white trellis, and like she's really like, take care of the roses. That was one of her loves with these roses. Again, yes, okay. Wow, thank you so much. Let's switch over to YouTube here. Wow. Question from Gina on YouTube. She's saying, am I doing okay in my job? I have low confidence about writing. Thank you. I'm being told to tell you it's not low confidence, it's a lack of experience. You need to put more joy into what you're doing. Get excited about it. So many of you choose to let your fears govern your actions, that how can you find love in what you do if you are attached to your fears? But yeah, again, he is telling me to tell you to do this with more love. You are very passionate about writing. Do not let your fear put your fire out. He's said that to you, right? Who are you? Yeah, he says, you know who he is. You've known him. You've felt his presence with you. Yes. Do not let your fear govern your passion. I love that. I love that so much, guys. I want to say thank you, everybody. For those of you on YouTube, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe to the channel. If you're following me on TikTok, or if you're on TikTok, please follow me. And join us tomorrow for our meditation segment on, again, restoring peace to your mind. This is so important that you understand that this ascension movement is a real thing. It's a shift in vibrational frequencies that is happening in not just this planetary system, but the entire galactic system, the entire universe, at least this one universe that we're in. These energies cannot be created or destroyed. They can only be used one way or another, for positively or negatively. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one state to another. So come join us tomorrow and indulge in this process of instruction and meditation, so that you can learn to keep your body and your mind into alignment to these frequencies of love, so you can integrate these energies in a good way. A lot of people will have a lot of health issues with these energies coming in if they don't know how to integrate. People integrating these energies from fear and anger or guilt or shame, they're going to have adverse effects. You want to really learn how to integrate get your body and your mind into a frequency of love and peace, so that you can receive that energy and it will be transmuted into that energy. Anyway, I hope you guys will join us tomorrow. I want to thank you guys on TikTok for coming out and supporting us today. I want to thank all of you guys on YouTube. Also, I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys tomorrow. Those of you that are already registered for the 103 Masterclass. For those of you who want to know more information about that, you can go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at the orientation at 11 a.m. And patrons, I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. And what was it again? Let's just go back over here. I want to put this up here. So tomorrow's Patreon live event, which is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, is going to be Archangel Michael and Master Jesus on recognizing and avoiding demonic forces. And that's our Patreon's live event tomorrow night. So I want to wish you all much love. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And for those of you that won't be with us tomorrow, I will see you on our Monday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. Bye for now, everybody. Take good care.